did it ever concern you how Destiny was acting when that firefighter died? How he was edgy and schizo for like a whole week after the shooting? Because even as a Destiny fan, I think he kind of was acting like an autistic schizo. I mean, I fully understood like what he was coming at with that. So first and foremost, right, you know, violence is never the answer, right? And there's never a justification for why violence should happen, right? My understanding behind his the way he was acting like that is because he was just really tired of just the fact that our side, so the Republican side, did all these different things that really created the level of violence, the environment for the violent acts to take place, and to justify it or look the other way or make fun of it, right? While the Democrats never did anything even close to like what we've been doing. And so the fact that, now we got a guy that essentially tried to coup the government, like he literally an attack on the bedrock of democracy, on the bedrock of our country, and you got people supporting that. That's just stuff that, like if something bad just happens, it is what it is, because like the guy from Destiny's perspective wants to destroy the country anyway. So like, it is what it is. Really, even as a Republican, you understood where he was coming from. Yeah, no, true. Like Mike Pence, John McCain, and Nancy Pelosi's husband. Yeah, like exactly. Like these are the things. And then like, what do? Right? We just make fun of it or whatever, right? Or there's some crazy conspiracies like especially like Nancy Pelosi's husband, like, oh, that was his gay lover or something like it was just stupid stuff. Again, justifying or not caring too much about the violence. So it's like I understood that, but I also understood too one thing he does, which I disagree with him with, is that he puts Trump supporters, and then you're also, because you're doing the legal stuff, let me tell you like this, because you'll really get this one, okay? He puts Trump supporters in a state of mind that I think is 1000% incorrect, and that is informed. Like, I truly believe if you took 100% of the Trump supporters as they are right now, and you put them in a court-like setting, you used to put them in a court-like setting where they actually had to sit there and look at the hard, not the subjective stuff, like actual hard evidence of the things that he did, the things that he tried to do, right? No fluff or nothing, like just actually shown, black and white, video, text, whatever it is, of the things that he did. I assure you, I would say that at least 70% Trump supporters would drop off. 70% Trump supporters would drop off, right? Because if you think about it, like just look at like some of the stuff, right? Like the indictments have like some really damning stuff, but who's going to sit there and read 200 pages, 99 pages, 300 pages of stuff like that, right? What they're going to do, they're going to rely on what certain people tell them. Right. And so if you get these certain people that are jaded or trying to push the particular agenda or whatever it is, right, then you in that situation where these people will never do the research themselves. And I do think that's actually a bulk of the Trump supporters. They'll never do the research themselves and actually look at the details. They're just going to take one or two people's word for it and then go with that. And you have this situation here where like you got a lot of Trump supporters that are not even, I would say they're not even real. They're not real in the sense that they're Trump supporters because they're not really properly informed. So if they were properly informed, if all of them were properly informed, then Destiny's argument would stand true then, right? Because if you're properly informed of everything Trump did, and you were still trying to support Trump, then you're trying to destroy the United States. You are 1000% trying to destroy the United States of America. If you knew everything that Trump did, from the fake elector scheme to the things that he was pushing with the with voter fraud, right? Just those two things alone is enough to say that he was most certainly trying to essentially destroy like the United States of America, what made America America. And so if you were supporting that, then yeah, then like, you get shot, then it's free game, right? That's like his perspective on that. So let's see. I think even from a legal perspective, that is so hard, Charles. Not a lot of people would do what you're doing when you read, do research, look at the concrete evidence. And, that's the point, right? And the thing is, because everybody have their own personal lives they got to do. Who wants to sit there and actually read documents and all the other boring stuff if it's just not something that you want to do? And so, and that's what I'm saying. That's why, like, to me, that's the reason I say Destiny's argument is invalid. And that's the reason why I sit there and say I understand why he, was acting the way he's acting, because that is the perception, or that might actually be a legitimate belief that he actually has. I think he truly does believe that if you are a Trump supporter, you are 100% informed on what that they are 100% informed on everything Trump did. And I don't think that's the case at all. I truly don't think that's the case at all. So yeah, so that's why, like, you know, I personally, I don't have much issue with him. It's not something like I said, it's not something I believe in, and I would ever push, but you know, I 1000% understand why he's why he's crashing out on that regard. So yeah. And then the next question is that how do you fix it? How do you fix something like that? I think if we could figure out how to fix that, we'd be in a really good spot. But to me, I truly think that has to do with education. So the core things that's most important to me as a Republican is the debt and education. Those are like my top two priorities. They're neck and neck: the debt and education. And education, especially because you have this situation here, right, where like we don't have people that's like wanting to be, I don't want to say want to be scholars, but like they're not they're not taking certain things seriously. They're not taking like the need to be educated seriously. And that's just because we put education like nationally, we put education like so low there, so bottom on the pyramid of importance that, you know, it's just it trickles down to just like how people then feel about just like wanting to be educated. I think he just comes from a place of frustration since he has had so many debates about this. He just doesn't even care anymore. He has made it clear that he would rather have sympathy for the Palestinians that are supporting terrorists out of desperation rather than sympathize those Republicans that are privileged in comparison and are being undemocratic. True. There is definitely a level of frustration. I have seen but I would say that even with his level of frustration, though, I have seen him kind of like power through that. And so like maybe that was like just a breaking point, because you're right, maybe because he does it so often, and maybe that was just the one time where he was just like fuck it. But to me, I really just think that he has an incorrect perspective. Is perspective the right word? He has an incorrect he thinks Trump supporters are in an incorrect state of mind. I think it's just the best way I'm just gonna be able to state that. I wish my vocabulary wasn't such trash, but we're here, we're getting better. Let's see. I think he an approach to it. Yes, being on an approach to it. Yep. So we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out.